Hey guys, welcome back and welcome in if you are new. So today is going to be a little truth telling, I guess, and giving you my real name. So this comes because the only thing on my website right now is actually my book. And some of you are finding it. I really appreciate that. It's so cool. This is a project I did back when I was in college. It had actually come from a speech that I'd write. I did a speech class, not like the kind you're thinking of. This is literally where you stand up and give speeches, and it's great practice for that. It was a communications course, and so one of the speeches I had to do was 10 minutes long, and in there's a thing called a visualization step. Now, my visualization step, and actually my speech, was geared around keeping the Great Lakes clean because I live right on Lake Erie. And so it was just really important to me, and that was what my speech was about. And so throughout the course of the speech, I had everybody close their eyes for the visualization step. And part of it was imagine what our lakes would be like if they were not clean. And from that is where this book was born. It's actually dedicated to my college professor. She was the gal who was in charge of this speech class. And so it's just been something I've loved for the last, 7 years now. And I'm very proud of it. I have done little shows and I do readings for the Girl Scouts, which is super fun. I've done some tiny little book signings. I had a tiny little book launch a long time ago, but it's really just been something that's kind of just been sold personally. It is self-published, which that was a feat in itself. The cool thing is I actually submitted it to Barnes & Noble. They loved the book, and they said in my next run, if it is done properly. So I learned a lot in this little self-publishing course in my life. So I did learn a lot. I actually had made the book too small and it doesn't have the name on the spine. That's really all it was missing to be carried in Barnes & Noble. If I ever want to go down that path, I can certainly submit it again. So, it's got good feedback. But since it is selling now online, I really thought it's time to share the book with you. And then because of the title on the book or the cover of the book, you will actually see my real name. So time to share that as well. I love Nyssa Buttercup. Fun fact about Nyssa Buttercup, she's actually a character in one of my unpublished stories. So at some point I'll get there. She's adorable. I can't wait to introduce you guys to her at some point. So I've actually borrowed my character's name for my channel. That's, again, where Nyssa Buttercup was born. And so, like I said, someday I will share her with you. I would love to. It's such a cute story. However, let's get into my book that is self-published. I absolutely love it. I actually have other stories written to go along with this. They're just not published yet. I really liked my illustrator. He was great to work with, but our visions for my characters just didn't match up. And so I wish I had actually taken the time to find an illustrator that saw the vision that I had, which is actually harder to do than you would think so. And trust me, my characters are adorable. I love them. I couldn't picture them any other way now, but moving forward, I would love to find an illustrator who kind of gets that whimsical feel that I was looking for, especially when it comes to my Nyssa Buttercup story, because that one definitely has to be whimsical illustrations. Otherwise, it just won't work. So eventually, I'll get there. But let me get into my book. Let me introduce myself properly. And if you are new, welcome. I get into a lot of mischief here. And if you are not new, you guys know how much I appreciate you and thank you so much for coming back every week. Okay, I always do that. I'm like, let's get into it. And then I talk too much. So let's get into it. Okay, ready? Dun, 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 dun. So this is my book. It is called I'll Take You Where You Need to Go. I will flip through it. I'll show you what makes it so unique and why I cannot get a publishing house to touch it with a 10-foot pole because they don't want to put in the work, which is part of what's back here. That's the work. I do it myself, but I wouldn't have it any other way because I wasn't willing to give up on the vision I had in my head. So, okay, that's what it's called. I'll Take You Where You Need to Go, and that's me. Written by me, Heather Eyett. Really weird to say my real name on the internet. So, hi, my real name's Heather. Please keep calling me Nyssa. I love it. Like I said, she's one of my characters. So just to kind of bring her to life in any small way is so, so fun. But you can call me either Heather or Nissa, whatever you like. Some of you very crafty buttercups out there have found my real name, and so that's kind of fun, kind of creepy, because I thought I had changed everything over, but you can find anything online. So and then my illustrator is a gentleman named Ryan Delaney. Now, he did a good job, don't get me wrong. It was just that Oscar here, my main character, just isn't exactly what I had in my head, but I love him so much, and we've gone through 7 years together, me and this little fella. So let me get into the book. So it's so fun. It's actually about a trip to the beach that Oscar took, and on his way he actually found a lot of litter, and this book is all about teaching your children how to take care of the earth. So it's picking up litter. In the back I'll show you there's a fun way to teach your kids the difference between garbage, composting, and recycling. So if you've been here a while, you guys know I'm crazy about reusing my packaging, and this book will be no surprise as to why. I find it very, very important, because we need to leave this earth better than we found it in our generation. Our kids today, unfortunately, don't care about recycling, composting, and garbage. Even my kid does not care about recycling, and I tell him every day. We have 3 recycling bins. Do you think he uses any of them? He does not. He'd rather throw it away because it's easier. So I know how it is, even in my own home, to do this kind of struggle to make it important to actually care about the way we leave our environment, because this earth has to last us. We're only halfway through its life, and we got no place else to go right now, so we do have to take care of it. That's what this book is about. So let me show you. And also, Catherine, thank you so much for your order. This is actually your book, and I'm just going to run through it real quick. You'll get to see it, and everybody else will be introduced to it as well. So again, I was saying that this spine is much too thin to have the book's information on it, and that is why Barnes & Noble was not able to carry it in their self-published section. Someday, who knows, I might redo it. It would be incredible, but I'm just not at that point in my life. This little guy has been my kind of, I don't want to say secret, but my local kind of secret around where I live. So it hasn't really gone too far. I think the furthest it has gone is Utah or California, one of the two. It's never been out of the country, anything like that, but I'll tell you, I just love this book to bits. So let me stop jabbering and let's get into it. So it's just so cute. It starts out with, on a hot summer day, Oscar goes down to the beach. So there's just my little dedication page. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire thing because I want to save, this is Catherine's book. I want to save the experience for her. But as you get into the book, so here's Oscar. And then in this is just a little envelope. You pop this open. Now, the reason I left this empty, because this is going to show you the amount of work that I put into this book. So all of these envelopes are handmade by me. Now, when I first printed, I actually did have help. Some of my mom's girlfriends came over and helped put some books together. But ever since then, it's just been all me. So in this envelope is going to be the pieces that are stored in this cute little container. So let me pull those pieces because I want to share them with you. And then I'll show you how you use them in the book. So throughout the book, you're going to have 6 pieces to collect. There's going to be, oh, I just dropped one. There's going to be a cardboard box, the cutest little apple core. There is a cola can. There is some fishing line. We have a banana peel. And the last piece is so adorable. It's a chip bag. Let me show you how you use these throughout the book. On every page that has an item to collect, there is a little clear piece of Velcro, and there is a piece of Velcro on the back of here. So each item is going to actually be attached to the book. And as you go through the story, you will actually collect these and keep a hold of these, because at the end, we're actually going to sort them. So let me just read to you the very first couple pages, and then I'll leave it to you to read the rest. So it says, on a hot summer's day, Oscar decided he'd go for a swim. He filled his wagon with his beach chair, towel, sunscreen, and his favorite book. The walk down to the beach was usually uneventful, but this day Oscar would find many things to keep him busy. As he walked along the roadside, he began to notice litter. The first item he saw was a pop can. He said, "Who left you here?" "No matter. I'll take you where you need to go." He picked the can up and placed it in the corner of his wagon. And then as you go through the book, so on this page is the chip bag, on this page is the banana peel, and there's the cardboard box. So he goes through and he actually has a little friend, which I love. Her name is Chloe. And fun fact, so Oscar was my character name that I thought of. Chloe used to be, she was our family pet, our dog, when Quinn was a baby, and that's where she got her name. And then the fun thing is, in the next books, we're actually not going to have Oscar in the next book. We're going to have Chloe and then her friend that joins her. So it's going to be sequential, which I absolutely love. And okay, back to the story. So this is just down the road from Chloe's house is the beach. And this is where he finds the fishing line. So there's a piece of Velcro right here where you will pick up your fishing line. And then this, literally, this is where it all began for me. So this is kind of Oscar dreaming about how awful the lake would be if it was not kept clean. And then you get to the very back. So he's at his friend Chloe's house again. But you get to the very back, and here's the fun part. So I've had so many great comments over the years just about how people love this, and their kids actually come back to it time and time again. So it's not like you read it once and you're done. They really enjoy the interactive pieces. So as you're here, you can see Oscar has all his pieces laid out. And then there are 3 bins. Now again, I actually make these bins. I do have them printed, but then I actually do cut these out and I attach them myself. As you can see, they do hold your items to recycle. Each book will come with 3 of these that just tell you to sort your items into these bins. It just helps you know that you are actually able to put things in here. So let's go through it. So we have the cola can. This is actually going to be recycled. So that's going to slip right there in that cute little recycling bin. We have a chip bag. Now it depends on the type of chips you eat, because some of them are recyclable, but unfortunately this chip bag goes into the garbage. Our cute little banana peel actually gets composted. We have our fishing line, which unfortunately does have to go in the garbage. Our cardboard box can be recycled. And lastly, our apple core can also go into the compost pile with the banana. And there we have it. So that is my book. I absolutely love this little thing. Like I said, I wrote it back, I think in 2016 and had it published in 2017. Let me see. I've got to look at my own. Oh my goodness, it's older than I thought, 2015. So this book has been around a while, but I absolutely love it. It's just kind of a local favorite. But since you have been so gracious and buying these on my website, first of all, thank you for coming to my website, especially when there's nothing on there but my books. I just appreciate that so much. I do want to show you 2 more things. So I have just a fun little surprise for Catherine. And then I also want to show you something that I had commissioned from somebody who's far more talented than I am. I actually had a artist, I guess you would call her an artist, a crochet artist, and now it was not free. This was very expensive, but it's the only one like it. It was a custom job, but she had actually crocheted, knitted, you'll have to let me know, but she made my character for me and the pieces. So let me show you that, and then Catherine, I'm going to show you the surprise I have for you. I cannot tell you how many people I have asked at different book fairs or different readings I've done, even within the Girl Scouts. I cannot tell you how many people have asked to buy him. I do craft shows too sometimes in the winter and sell my book there, but so many people have asked to buy him, and you guys know I'm not good at saying no, but saying no to getting rid of my little cutie here has been the easiest no of my life. Look at how cute he is. So this is Oscar. I just love him, and not that there's any reason for this, but his shorts are absolutely removable. It's so cute. But look at his little tail. This gal, she really did such a great job. I actually have had so many people ask me if I would come out with a stuffed animal. And let me tell you, I'm thinking about it because I actually have some insight into a manufacturer who does stuffies. So I'm really, really thinking about doing something similar because he's just the cutest. I might be a little biased. He did come from my brain. So, okay, let me show you the other cute pieces that go with this, and then Catherine, onto your surprise. Look at these little cuties. So here is the cardboard box. And then I also have the cutest little cola can. She did such a great job. I was so impressed. And when I come out with the other stories, I might have to have her do the other characters for me. Here is the cutest little apple core. Look at this, you guys. Look at this fishing hook. How adorable is that? I mean, she just hit it out of the park. So good. And then we have our chip bag, which, oh, look at, perfect. It's just perfection. It's so cute. And I'm telling you, I do not have this talent within me, so I'm so glad that somebody else does. And look at this banana peel. These are just the cutest little pieces, and they just make my heart so happy. Okay, Catherine, are you ready? So I know it's not much, but I wanted to do something for you. You always support my channel, and I just appreciate you so much for letting me do this little tiny dream of mine, just giving it wings and giving it potential. So I wanted to do this for you. Again, it's not much, but so you are getting your copy. I'm sending you a second copy. I'm sending you 2 of the stickers and then 2 of the bookmarks. I just appreciate you so much, and I hope that this little token makes you a little happier than it did before you knew it was coming to you. So, okay, you guys, that is all I have. Again, welcome. My name is Heather, but you're more than welcome to call me Nissa. I am a self-published author. And yeah, so on our next video, back to our regularly scheduled mischief. I think we're going to do shells next. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye, guys.